Record high-end real estate deals are being made by top brokers, and here's the catch. Many of them are under 30 years old. Right now we're talking to Lauren Schuker. She's one of our real estate reporters out in California. And we've also got on the phone with us Josh Flagg. He's one of the stars of $1 Million Listing, show on Bravo. Thanks to both of you for being with us. Lauren, set the stage for us here. When we're talking about big deals, how big are we talking about?
Well, we're looking at houses, definitely in the millions. Some are 5 million, some are 20 million. Some of these deals are, 47 million. One of the brokers I talked to for this story actually sold a house for 88 million, which is the highest transaction on record in Manhattan. And we're just seeing many more of the biggest deals in real estate are being done by people under 30. There's a sort of generation of these power brokers, if you will, who have really taken the industry by storm and are young and ambitious, and buyers and sellers are flocking to them to sell their listings.
And Josh, you are just one of these brokers that she is talking about. How do you think your age helps you in an industry that for so long has actually been dominated by brokers who were sort of in their 50s and even 60s?
I think that people are tired of working with the old school crowd. I think people are looking for more aggressive, young people that know the ins and the outs of the market, the people that have relations with houses that are not listed on the open market, pocket listings, people like that turns people on. There's just a young group of people that are pretty well connected that are able to get these deals done. And plus, when you're 27, you have a different motivation, I guess, than when you are, say, 50 or 60. Your priorities in life are a little different. I suppose that when I'm 50 or 60, I will not be working as hard, or at least I hope not.
Do you consider yourself to be on the job 24/7?
Absolutely.
And what about technology? How has that helped you, Josh?
Technology is not really. I know they say that in this day and age, it's all about Twitter, Facebook, and social media for selling your properties. I think when you get into a certain caliber or price range for property, I don't think that really applies. I think people, when they're looking for, a $3 million house, a $5 million house, a $10 million house, they still go to pretty much the same avenues. They go to the MLS, the multiple listing service. They look at hot properties. They look at the LA Times. They want to. I think mostly what they want is a broker who's knowledgeable and is well connected, more than whether their Facebook page is, has lots of videos of houses on it. That's the way my business is.
And Lauren, let me ask you this. I mean, typically being a real estate broker was often a second career for people that they did later in life. Why is this changing? And are we seeing signs in schools, in fact, that more people are looking at this as a first career?
Yeah, I mean, so many people in the industry, people who run brokerages, professors have said that they're seeing a lot more young people pursue real estate, as a main career, starting it right out of college, because it is a way, if you work hard, to make a lot of money. And particularly, other lucrative careers have really dried up with the credit crunch on Wall Street and the recession. Being in finance or being a banker is much tougher today for college graduates. The legal profession is very contracted. And so compared to other fields, real estate, you can start right away when you're young. When you're 18, you can get a broker's real estate license, and it's a sort of faster path to success if you're smart and you work hard. There are more graduate programs in real estate. Some brokerages actually fund scholarships for brokers to go back to school. So people are really encouraging it as a lifetime career.
Josh, what's the biggest sale you've ever made?
25 million.
So you said 7.5?
25.
25 million. All right, you can work up to 75. And what was that? Where was that home?
That house was on North Roxbury. It was the old Jimmy Stewart property. It was sold I sold that back in 2006, I believe. I, along with 4 other brokers, were involved with that sale. Yeah, it was also a record high. It was the highest price ever paid. south of Lexington in Beverly Hills, in the city of Beverly Hills.
Now, a lot of this has to be about connections as well. Lauren, do you find a lot of the brokers that you've talked to, these brokers in particular who are under 30, do they have connections through maybe their families, connections already in the real estate industry that help them get a leg in the door?
Some of them do have connections. People in their family are also brokers or they're in commercial real estate. But I found actually more than that all of them know how to use their connections. I mean, Josh is here, has a listing right now, and he knows the family because he went to, I think, middle school with the son. And, that's a connection everybody has. So I really find that it's people who are good networkers who know how to use their connections. There's a broker mentioned in the story who actually bought an apartment in a very high-profile building in New York, and he bought an apartment there when he was quite young, not the most expensive apartment. But by living there, he was able to then meet more of the residents and develop connections and sell a lot of apartments in that building. So a lot of them they really know how to work it. They know how to use their social circles and to sort of jump generations as well.
Well, real estate is all about connections. Josh, I have to ask you quickly before we go, how has being one of the stars on $1 Million Listing helped your career in real estate?
I mean, it's helped, obviously, when you have a show that's probably the largest real estate show in the world, at least to my knowledge. I mean, how can money can't buy such publicity. The show is shown in almost every country in the world. I mean, it's obviously an incredible source of business.
All right, Josh Flagg, thanks so much for being with us. He is 27 years old. He's one of the hosts of $1 Million Listing on Bravo, and we've got Lauren Schuker with us as well. She's one of our real estate reporters out in California. Thanks so much to you both.